video is about dating and relationships per the title, and this video is about how to succeed at online dating. My advice to being successful at online dating is, number one, not to consider yourself unsuccessful if you're not meeting people. If you just want to meet just anybody, you can meet just anybody. If you want to just, swipe right on everybody just for quantity and see who likes you back and message, then you can do that. But if you're not meeting the types of people you want to meet, is that being successful? No, it's not. And so this is where I want to challenge your thinking. Some people have been online. They're like, oh, I've been online on this app for like 3 months. I haven't had one match. If you're being who you are, if your profile is accurate to your personality and what you're looking for, the things that you're into, your interests, and what you're hoping to find, then to me that's success. Because even though you're not meeting people, it leaves room for the right person to find you, or for you to find the right person. And so I tell people, just be yourself. Be honest about what you're looking for. Don't just settle for anything, because settling for anything, is that really winning when you end up with somebody you can't stand, or you're just really incompatible? To me, it's not. If you want to meet quality people, you have to just be honest with yourself and be honest with them by way of your profile. If you want someone who is pretty much situated in life, like I'm 50, so if somebody is still like, oh yeah, I'm still out here hustling, looking for my dream job, dude, you're 55. Like, get it together. Profiles can say a lot. Like, if you really pay attention to what people write, it's just like, what? If they don't have any information on there, that's something too to think about. It's like, why are they not writing anything? Or if it just says, hit me up, HMU, it's like, you're too old for that. And so it depends on the type of person you want, the quality of the person that you want. If they're putting thought into their profile, or does it seem like they're putting effort into meeting the type of person that you would think that they're hoping to meet, then that's fine. And even if you look at pictures, I know a lot of people are focused on physical attraction. It does help. But for me, I'm more into the personality, the character of a person, but if you're attracted to someone and you're just swiping right because you like their picture, and you're reading their profile and it's saying something that you're totally against, like if they're looking for, casual friendships or just chatting or hookups, and you're wanting a relationship, even if you find their picture extremely attractive, don't settle for that person, because if you're looking for a relationship, you're not going to get that from that person, because they have warned that that's not what they're looking for. And so if you were to hook up with this person or engage with this person and end up with something casual, which is what they want but not you want, is that being successful? No. Change your thinking. Not having a significant person in your life, or significant people in your life, if you're polyamorous, don't take that as a negative. Take that as, I still have room for more. I still have room for what it is that I'm really looking for. And so that's all I wanted to say in this video, because I see a lot of people who are just settling, because especially during the pandemic, they're just like, I'm just craving physical touch. I'm just craving, interaction with someone. I'm craving a warm body. If that's all you want, then just be honest and upfront about it. But if you want more than that, do not settle for less than that, because that's what's going to set you up for failure, is when you give in to something that you don't want, and then you develop feelings for that person, and then you're like, oh my gosh, this is one of the most unfulfilling relationships I've ever been in, when you knew up front that you weren't going to get what you wanted from them because you were incompatible. I saw someone was telling me about this group on Reddit, and I'm still getting used to Reddit and what the little symbols and things mean, but someone was talking about online dating, has it always been this challenging? And I wrote a comment. Well, there were a lot of comments. I commented on, don't settle for less than what you want, and just be upfront about yourself and what it is you're looking for. And someone commented to me saying, well, people don't know what they want until they know what they can have. And I'm like, what? No. I know I can have a bum on the street because I have my own place, I have a car, I have steady income. So if I were to go up to a homeless person or even to a homeless shelter and be like, hey, this is what I have. And they're like, hey, honey, you cute. Just because I can have him doesn't mean that that's what I want. And I know that might sound like an extreme example, but how are you going to say people don't know what they want until they know what they can have? And so I commented back saying, don't advertise a Jaguar if it's a Pinto. If I want a Jaguar, which I really don't, I want a Jeep actually. I've been wanting a Jeep since like 2003. So I commented back saying maybe it's my age because I'm 50, but I know what I want and I'm self-aware, and I expect people, which may be faulty to have that expectation, I expect people in my age range to know what they want as well. And when I meet someone and they're not sure of what they're looking for, to me that's a turnoff, because at 50 plus you should know what it is you're looking for, and you should also know what you have to offer to someone. And so I put, if I want a Jaguar, I want a Jaguar. If I go and you advertise it as a Jaguar and I go and it's a Pinto and I'm like, oh, I can have that Pinto. I want a Pinto. No, I don't want a Pinto. And for those of you who are way younger than me, you might not know what a Pinto is. Google it. It's like this old car from back in the day. And even back in the day when it was out, it was just like, oh. So this person wrote back, being older doesn't mean I'm any wiser, which wasn't what I said. I said, being my age, I know what I want. When I was in my 20s, I didn't care if someone was settled, had their own apartment, had their own car. In my 20s, I was in college. I didn't have my own place. I did have a raggedy car. And I wasn't working. I was able to sustain myself. But, as I got older, my priorities changed. And even in my 30s, I had a good job. I had my own place. I had a better vehicle. And so those are the things I look for in other people. Just have your life together. So at being 50, I wasn't saying it made me wiser. I just know what I want. And he was saying it was an extreme example. But if you want a certain thing, that's what you want, as long as it's realistic. But to just settle for, oh, I can have a Pinto, that's what I want. Or, oh, I can have this guy on the street who doesn't have a job and doesn't have his own place or any means of transportation other than a bus. I can have him, so therefore I want him. That to me was just asinine. And so I started thinking about is that success? Just to take whatever you can get? And I am aware some people do that out of desperation. They just want someone, and so they may attach themselves to someone because they're missing something in their life. Meanwhile, the person is attaching themselves to you because you have things that they want that they don't have. I'm from Camden, New Jersey, so I speak Ebonics sometimes. You have something that they don't have. Not they. I try to be aware of how I say things on camera, even though sometimes I know I say things that sound really weird, but I catch myself sometimes. So that is what this video is about. Change your thinking about success with online dating. Like, being unpartnered does not mean you're unsuccessful. That just means you have not found your person yet, or they have not found you yet. Just be yourself, be honest about what you want, be honest with what you have to offer, and just take your time. And try not to lose heart. And I know easier said than done sometimes. A lot of people I know who are looking for their significant other or others, and they're just like, this is for the birds. And especially during the pandemic, because people are not wanting to even meet at a park. So I'm just like, true story, funny story, funny in a sad way. I matched with someone on the Facebook dating app, and he was saying that, he was tired or something, he said. So I wrote back, oh, rough work week. And he was like, yeah, I need a massage. I was like, oh, me too. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm in pain somewhere in my body every day. So a massage or sitting in like a hot tub, I love it. My body is like, yes, give me more. So I wrote back, me too. He wrote back, what's your address? And then he wrote back, give a massage, get a massage. I wrote back, when I meet people for the first time, actually the first few times, I meet them out somewhere public, such as the park or somewhere for dining that has outdoor seating. Massages would come way down the road depending on how well we got along. He unmatched us. Success. He weeded himself out. And I thought, does that really work? And his profile said he wanted a long-term relationship. So I'm just like, dude, you're a liar because you're looking for easy sex. Like, what the hell? And then I'm like, does that work? Like, do people just, after one message, just give their address to somebody? And it's a pandemic. So do you really want just this random person you never seen before a day in your life knocking on your door? And who would even do that? I do know people that do that, though, because some people have told me they have hooked up and made out, and I'm just like, yo, you need to get tested, and not just for COVID. But no judgment. I'm just saying be safe. So that's a situation where I consider that success because he weeded himself out. That was just crazy to me. Like, wow. And he was in his mid-40s. Like, damn, dude. So anyway, being unpartnered and actively looking for a partner or partners does not mean you're unsuccessful. It just means you still have space in your life for that person or for those people. If you can relate to the struggles of these stories or whatever else you want to say, just leave your comments below. And I appreciate you being here. And this is just so funny to me, like these people. You will see me in the next video. Comments welcome. Click like, subscribe, share, laugh along, and all of that good stuff.